Hello. You must be the new farmer everyone's been talking about. You aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. It's nice to meet you. I'm Jodi. It's a quiet little town we live in here, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. It doesn't happen often around here, but it's still exciting. You know what? Now that I think about it, having a farmer around could really change things around here. In a good way, I mean. I've never met a farmer before. Maybe someday you can teach me how to grow vegetables, like tomatoes or eggplants, maybe even rhubarb and beets. Those are some of the ingredients in my favorite recipes. I wish I could spend more time outside like how I used to, but there's so much work to do. Maybe if I could, I would be able to grow vegetables, or maybe even a few flowers. Not daffodils or dandelions, though. Ugh, I hate those. I'm so glad you're trying to improve that old farm. I was starting to get worried about what would happen to that old farm. The kids here like to explore every once in a while. It always worries me that something bad might happen. Luckily, nothing has happened. But since you're here, once you've got everything in order, it's going to add a lot to our community. I just know it. It's going to be a lot of work for you, though. But I'm sure you can do it. You look like a hard worker. I only know how to maintain a home. Maintaining a household is difficult work, but somebody has to do it. The housework is frustrating because you're never finished. I guess you can say the same thing about your farm. Always needs upkeep, so there's always something to do. For an example, the day after I sweep the floor, it's dirty all over again. Same with the dishes and the laundry. It's never ending at times. I'm just taking a break from the household chores today, though. Taking the day off. One of the few I get to take. If I don't spend any time outside, I'll go crazy. Plus, I don't want my legs to turn soft. Reasons why I'm out here walking around the center of town. Caroline usually meets me here. We have great conversations together. Her husband, Pierre, runs a general store. I love the freshness of Pierre's, but I'll be crazy to resist 𝓤𝓲𝓵's cheap prices. Speaking of which, have you gotten the chance to say hello to my sons? Sam works at 𝓤𝓲𝓵 actually. He also makes a lot of noise with that music of his. I hope it doesn't disturb the neighbors too much. But he's very passionate about it. And even on some days, depending on what he plays, it's actually quite catchy. Vincent hates going to the doctors more than anything. But He'll have to deal with it later today. Yes, I'm taking Vincent to the local clinic today for his checkup. I don't understand why he's so nervous. Dr. Harvey is an excellent doctor. It's just a checkup after all. Maru even gives him a lollipop once we're done. Such a smart girl, that Maru. Her father says she has a bright future ahead of her. I do see it, but I remind my boys to enjoy their youth while they still can. Maybe I've spoiled the boys a bit. They never do any chores. I guess I want them to be able to enjoy their childhood while they still can. Well, Sam's basically a man now, though. I hope he doesn't grow up to be lazy. That won't do at all. Being a parent isn't easy, but I enjoy seeing my son so happy and able to enjoy life so much. It's something I never got to do, but I'm glad they can. Even if I do miss my youthful days. Caroline and I are good friends. I tell her everything, and she gives me the best advice she can. She makes wonderful tea, too. All of us ladies who exercise during our dance aerobic lessons drink it after our classes. Dr. Harvey is always reminding us on how exercise is important regardless of our age. It's important for staying healthy. I always make sure to set aside some time for it. As a parent, I don't have much time to devote myself, so I try to make every minute count. Speaking of which, didn't you sell cauliflower to the general store the other day? I thought so. I bought it. It was pretty high quality stuff. As soon as I smelled it, I was back in Granny's old cottage. Oh, how I wish my sons could have met her. What do I do for fun? That's a good question. I've always enjoyed swimming. Ever dreamed of swimming Valley Stream? I have, many times. I like sleeping now. I had a dream the other day that I had complete freedom, no obligations to anyone but myself. Then I woke up and I realized I had a full day of house chores ahead of me. Sometimes I dream about a life on my own, without a family to look after. Is that horrible to say? Don't tell anyone, please. Caroline is the only one who understands where I'm coming from. I just feel like I missed out on something that could have been. Don't get me wrong, I love my sons and the family I have, and for my husband. I just always wish I could do more with my life. I guess it just hurts a little when you have to settle. Wait, what did you say? It's already past 5? My goodness, I still have to make dinner. It was nice talking to you, Farmer. Stop by the house sometimes for dinner one day, but bring a largemouth bass. I'll cook it up and make my famous bass casserole. Bye. Hey wildcards, did you like the audio? If so, then please hit that like button and subscribe so I can make more audios like this. If you're 18 and plus, you can join my Patreon, where you can gain access to exclusive pictures, content, behind the scenes, even the early looks. You can even find the link to my Discord through Patreon also, where you can even chat with me personally and a few of my friends who always help me out. You can even follow me on my socials to see what I'm up to. And if that still isn't enough, I am starting a second channel about ambiance and a few of my characters, so be sure to join and links are down below. Thank you for listening, and as always, here's my son Will signing off.
She's tight.